Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's definitely time for an update, and as you can hear, I'm switching to English. This was highly demanded by some colleagues at work, so turn on subtitles. YouTube should definitely provide you with any language you want. Let's start with the most important change for me this year. I was finally able to move my car from my hometown Ulm to Munich, just because I got an offer to have a garage directly at my flat, which is fucking rare in Munich. Anyway, Munich estates are not the topic of today, and I'm quite sure you want to know what happened to the motor. In my previous video I was already teasing that I had to reconstruct the mounts of the engine. I did that, it did not fit again. I had to pull out the engine again, put it back in again, and it destroyed 2 weekends of my time. What you see here is the motor mount, the engine mount, sitting on the original gearbox holder, you can say. Quite massive, so perfectly made for holding this engine. If we have a look a little bit in the back, you can see the torque converter, which is already mounted to the shaft, which you can't see because it's too dark. And I can't turn on the light here, so sorry for that. But yes, so everything connected now. Even the wires, as said before, connected to the inverter up there. Of course, as you see, no battery box yet. And this is exactly what we will take a look at now. If you are following me on Instagram, you definitely saw the prototypes of the box. They were heading in the right direction, but overall I was not happy with them. The metal sheets were too thin, and I realized that the shape of the construction was leading to a very weird way of handling the cables. So next step was redesigning the box to some kind of T-shaped one, but ended up with a simple box, which I could have imagined from the beginning on, but yeah, that's prototyping, I guess. The mounts of the box are made of 5mm steel, and yes, I'm not a welder, so this looks terrible, but it will definitely be strong enough to hold the box. You might wonder what the yellow stuff is at the end of the box. This is Kapton tape, which is also used in space industry or other applications where you have to shield or isolate electrical components. The battery modules fitted nicely into the cage, so I could take care of the rest, like the battery management system, the contactors, some security switches, and all of that cabling you see here. I'm already in the progress of tidying up everything, so don't worry, it will look better later. In the end, it will be an unspectacular aluminum box, but as you can see on the right, I may also include some windows where someone can see what is happening inside. That's it already for this time. I hope you enjoyed the little update. My goal for this year was to drive the car on its own out of the garage, and as you can see, I achieved this. For me, it's a huge milestone. Although the big challenge is still ahead, I have to get it registered by the German TÜV, and as some of you might know, they are quite strict. Therefore, I have to do a lot of documentary, rework everything so it looks beautiful, and make sure that the TÜV is happy with everything I put into the car. Thank you for watching, subscribe to my Instagram or YouTube, and see you in 2025.